did that happen?
Um,
When did you wake up and say, I am going to fucking model?
Honestly, it's when I got my tattoo. I didn't think about it before because I was a dancer, and
What kind of dance?
I did ballet, I did contemporary, I did hip hop, I did jazz. I was in a top show twice here in Portland, and I didn't like tap that much, so I just branched off to other things. And then when I hurt myself, I hurt my back during dance, so I was out for a bit, and then I got my tattoo to keep me alive and shit.
Right.
And then
But you just had a confidence to go and model. How did that happen?
honestly, performing my whole life built me that confidence, and when I realized I couldn't be a dancer my whole life, I was
Right.
like, well, the next best thing is modeling, so I might as well just do it.
Okay, so what was the first shoot like?
The first shoot was my sister referred me to this guy Omi who works here a lot,
Right.
and it was scary at first because I had no idea what to expect. I had no
Right.
idea if I'd be any good, but it was honestly one of my favorite shoots I've done. My first one. It
Really?
was here at the World Trade Center, and that's when I got my hair done. I looked like a pixie space chick,
Right.
and that's when I got my leg done too. And it was fresh out of London too,
Right.
a week after I arrived from London, and it was a lot of confidence building. It was a lot of.
Now, when people see your tattoo, how are you received when they see your tattoo?
It depends. It really depends.
What do you mean?
Well, a lot of older folks really, they judge me a lot, to say the least. I get a lot of weird looks from the older folks because they're like, oh my god, you're 20 years old and you have a full body tattoo. What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing in your life. But, and then a lot of the, under 40-year-old people usually come up to me like, dude, that's badass. Like, you're one of my favorite people for doing that. Like, you have the will to do that. And that's really cool.
Wow.
Which, I don't know, I think it's really inspiring to a lot of people since it's my first tattoo. So.
Was it painful?
Of course it was. I mean, I had no idea what to expect. Tailbone hurt the worst for sure, but
Did you bleed a lot?
I didn't bleed much at all. No.
Because you don't drink.
That's not true. But it was actually really easy healing time. I needed, tattoo lotion. No, that was good. It was 2 weeks healing time, and I was fresh back in the studio.
Any women ever come up to you and say, wow, you're inspiring me to get a tattoo like this?
Yeah, honestly,
wow.
a lot of women come up to me, mostly friends, of course, but I've had passerbys come up to me and say, you know what, I've been really scared to get a huge body piece, but you inspired me to do that because you just went for it. You didn't care what people said, you didn't think twice about what people are telling you to do. You just said, I'm going to do it, and you did it.
You said you went to Europe. Give me your impressions of Europe.
In what sense?
Your impressions. You're American, you went there, you had never been?
Well, originally when I went, it was for studying abroad, and I was told by a lot of people in Portland State to be wary of telling people you're American. But I went to Britain, London, and everyone loved Americans. Everyone was like, fuck yeah, you're American? Right. That's where the movie stars live. What are you talking about? So, I just built up confidence there, and at first I was really timid, but people are really open there. They're a lot more touchy than they are here in America, for sure.
Going there now, coming back here, how do you look at America now? Give me your impressions of America.
Oh gosh. I don't want to be too mean. I mean, shit, if I could live in Europe, I would, honestly. It's a lot more free. I don't need a car over there here. I feel like I need a car because the closest thing that, from, instead of Portland, it's Seattle, which is 3 hours away, and I can't really get there by train like I can, from London to Paris, It's a lot more diverse, it's a lot more close quarters, and everyone's a neighbor. I mean, sure, there's bad ones on there, but I would prefer being there, honestly.
Did you feel more at ease? Did you feel less stressed? Did you feel...
I mean, traveling alone causes a lot of stress. But honestly, I felt more confident. I felt more independent. And It was the first time I actually did anything for myself. I traveled alone. I booked everything by myself. I paid for it myself.
Wow.
Everything. So it really was the best experience I could have, which is why I want to go back. I want to feel that independence again, because here I just don't have that.
Yeah, you're in Europe. You get it's for the free thinkers, the intellectuals, and the self-empowerment. Yes.
For sure.
Wow. Hold on, you did it by yourself? You were not
All by
nervous?
myself. Yeah.
Nobody tried to mug you?
No one tried to mug me, but there were definitely some people coming up to me and grabbing me and yelling at me in French to give them money, and I was like, oh shit, alright.
Really?
But you know, all you have to do is like look at them calmly and be like, sorry, I don't have anything, please stop touching me. And they're like, alright, well, I'm gonna go. If you see me again, please give me money. And I'm like, I'll never see you again. I honestly did not have too much issue, because you have to give off that confidence that a lot of people don't have from America.
Did you show your tattoos a lot while you were in Europe?
Oh yeah. I was warned not to by my parents mostly, and I did it anyway. I wore open back tops almost every day, and I got a lot of compliments. I got a lot of people asking me about
From
that.
the Europeans?
Yeah.
Stuck up motherfuckers, you listening? What?
In London especially, the most quotable moment I have with my tattoo. So I was sitting next to this old guy, he must have been in his 60s, and he looks at me, he's like, do you have the Dragon's Gate on your back? I was like, yeah, I actually do. I'm surprised you know what that is. And he's like, I studied that like for like the most of my life, like as a hobby. And then he sat there and told me all about it. I'm like, you know what, you're the first person to actually tell me the story instead of me having to tell you. And we had a conversation on the line, the underground, for like 25 minutes probably, as we were going from stop to stop.